What's going on, guys? It's Tommy, and I'm coming at you with another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Jazwares Micro Galaxy Squadron Phantom Shuttle from Star Wars Rebels. This is a release that I was highly anticipating, as I recently got the Ghost from Target, so I was kind of hunting for this one in particular, as it is sold separately from the Ghost. This one was found for me by James, aka the Max Rebo Experience, here in our community. He's kind of been my plug for Micro Galaxy Squadron stuff as of late, so he found this and shipped it over to me. Huge shout out to you, James. You helped me complete this awesome set. Looking at this here, this is a standard release for the Starfighter class of Series 6. Series 6 is notated by, on the side of the card back here, you're going to see the white little tab with the words Series 6 on it. And then something cool that they've been doing with the Series 6 vehicles they didn't do before was including the logo of the media that each vehicle is from. So I think that's a cool addition to these vehicles here. This is the standard packaging for the Starfighter class on this line. You do have the blister card style packaging with the vehicle, your two characters being Ezra Bridger and Chopper, a little cutout here showing you that you can place a character in the vehicle. On the front you have all your logos for the brands, and then you have, this is number 124 in this line. On both sides of the bubble you just have the Star Wars logo here. On the bottom you have all your legalese, and on the back you have your usual, when it comes to this line, you've got the holographic image of the vehicle, the Starfighter class, showing you all of the different features, even that it can connect with the Ghost. Kind of funny they have to include that the Ghost is not included with this release. They have a little cutout card here. You could use this as a display card or a trading card for this vehicle. Then you have at the bottom here all of the other ships that come with the Series 6 Starfighter class, including your two chase variants. And with the quick look at the packaging aside, let's get this vehicle open so we can check it out. Alright, here's the vehicle out of the box. Before we check it out, let's check out the two minifigures that it comes with, this being Ezra Bridger and Chopper. If you bought the Ghost, these were the two characters that were missing, so to get the rest of the crew you have to get the Phantom Shuttle. So you have their names down here, and then on the back with all their releases they do these really cool illustrations on a blue grid background of all the characters. And once you get that open you can take a look at the characters. First we have Ezra here. So Ezra is going to have all the paint applications that a lot of the characters in this line do. He's got a lot of different tans, blacks, whites, you know, all the different stuff here. You even have the sculpted in area for a blaster, as well as a sculpted in area for his lightsaber that he has in the earlier seasons of the show. And they even printed on the logo that's on the back of his jacket, which looks awesome. All of the characters in this line have the same articulation scheme. You have a rod that runs through the shoulders, letting you swivel the shoulders a full 360 degrees, and there's a rod that runs through the hips so that you can use a hinge there to get those to bend a full 90 degrees so that they can sit in the vehicles. As for Chopper, he is built almost the same as most astromechs in this line. You'll see there is some unique sculpting as well as some unique paint details on this guy that set him aside from most of your R2 units and other astromech droids in this line. I think they've done a really good job painting on the details that matter, that really make Chopper pop as a character. He does not have any form of articulation whatsoever. And here we have the Phantom Shuttle. Now this, I'm gonna be honest, I do prefer this ship over the Phantom 2, even though the Phantom 2 is a beloved Clone Wars design. This thing has, as per usual, this is what you should expect with any Jazwares product, the level of detail on the paint applications and the wash, the panel lining that they give to these vehicles is awesome. They do such a great job sculpting these vehicles, and they do not skimp on any sort of detail when it comes to paint. They do a really good job of bringing out the best of the sculpted detail of these vehicles. I don't think the turret on the back spins here. I feel like it wants to, but I don't think it's meant to. You do have the cannons on the front, which look really good. If these are a little warped, you just heat it up and you can move them as you would like to. The front hatch does open, and you can see that you can actually get into more of the interior space in the back there, but there is room for one pilot to sit in here and control the vehicle. Now the wings open, the way the wings open is super cool. So you actually will just pull from probably towards the back of the wing here where there's kind of this little opening, and then you can kind of fold them down so you can get that nice look here. The wings do have 3 different hinges going on here, so you can kind of pose them however you'd like in order to get whatever look it is you're trying to go for the ship. But here's how it looks when it's all opened, and you can see some of the exposed machinery in the vehicle here. Looks great. And of course you can also lift up the entire top of the ship to reveal the interior space here. You have a little C-clip here to put some other characters. There's even a peg inside to put Chopper in, so you have lots of options as far as the interior space for the vehicle. And again, they've given everything just a little dark wash just to bring out all the sculpted detail that they put into the interior here. So let's get Ezra and Chopper seated in here. I think I'm gonna have Ezra flying the thing, so he seats in there very nicely. He should be nice and secure in there. We'll put him there, and then of course let's have Chopper in his little astromech pod here. So what we're gonna do is just kind of slap the top of the ship back on here. This locks in place pretty nicely, and then the wings can go up, and those also clip into place very securely. And then of course we can take our Chopper and we'll place him in the little astromech port. He does have a little peg hole in the underneath of him that matches up with the peg for the ship, and there we go. There it is. Everyone's in there. You can see Ezra inside. Looks great. Now let's connect this to the Ghost and see what it looks like. All right, gang, here I have the Ghost, which is currently in its landed mode, and the one thing I will say is that I wish that the dark wash and panel lining on the Phantom was a little bit more heavily applied so that it would match the Ghost here, but it looks like you should be able to insert the ship here. So it looks like what you do is you kind of go from the back end in, and there are some little holes here on the upper side of the Ghost, so that you can just kind of drop this into place. You should hear a click when it's in place there, and there you go. Your Phantom is now attached. Obviously, it's not exactly to scale here because the Ghost is a little bit undersized, but the idea that you could do something like this is still really cool, and I think that it was very smart on the Jazwares team part to at least give you that feature, even though, like I said, it's not completely. I think the little engine ports here are supposed to stick into the hull of the ship, but again, it is what it is, and I think it's good enough for the concept of it. It gets the job done. And with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little review. If you did and you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to Blitz Transmissions. I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. Make sure to check out my social media, all of which is linked in the description below. That's it for this review, guys. I'll catch you for the next one, and may the Force be with you.